We are a conservative society. Namaste, namaste, PD Army, namaste. Which is why when we buy our cars, we tend to normally buy these two. And most of the heavy lifting is done by these two. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, bhaiyo or behno, auntie or uncle, you guys all asked for it. And now here we get it. The Hyundai Creta, the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara, the mega comparison. What chota sa twist.
Compare kare mujhe young thug rap kara jo main sing song ghar baithe likhte comment pata nahi padta bhi hai kaun 2020 mein main number 1 2020 mujhe dekhe sab.
Now since the top spec versions are what people want to buy, and in fact what people do buy, that's what we've selected because that's also what the manufacturers had to loan to us for this review. So this is the Hyundai Creta Turbo Petrol Automatic, and this is the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara Strong Hybrid. Yeah, long names, I know. But let's first see how much they cost. Prices for the range start at 11 lakh rupees for the Creta, but the Grand Vitara is a little more expensive with prices starting at 13 lakh 15,000 rupees. But this is the bottom end of the variant spectrum, one that not many people anyways tend to buy. But this variant will set you back 20 lakh 15,000 rupees, and this variant will set you back 19 lakh 93,000. So honestly, the price difference between these two, it's now negligible. Now, both of these have a 1.5 litre engine as the graphics below suggest, but this has a turbocharger, which of course is obvious. This doesn't. This is a naturally aspirated engine, but at the back it has batteries, which makes it a hybrid. It's only 115 horsepower, though this has 160. But with reference to these two cars, those two figures are probably not what you're going to be boasting to your friends, unless the Creta is the one you drive. If this, though, is the one you drive, the figure you will be boasting to your friends, well, that, as you can see down below, is 27.97 kilometers per litre. And by the way, I know friends who've got way higher, especially on a highway. And in case you're wondering, this one is 18.4, so good 10 kilometers less than that. We love SUVs like the Hyundai Creta and the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara that offer a complete package to the discerning buyer. And to protect that complete package, you need an oil that protects your engine from the wear and tear it goes through on a day-to-day basis. And that's why we recommend Castrol Magnatec SUV engine oil with heavy load protection. This fully synthetic engine oil, having the latest API specs, is ready for your BS6 SUVs as well, ensuring non-stop engine protection from every start. Okay, now that we've got a little bit of the serious stuff out of the way, let's get to a little bit of masti, right? You've all seen the memes of the Creta driver flashing his lights for no obvious reason, right? I thought we'd put it to the test. Let's see how many times I can flash the light of this car in 10 seconds. Yeah, I know it's completely ridiculous and it's completely stupid as a test. But we have to validate the memes by scientific research, don't we? Safety. This is what a modern, research, smart customer is looking for today over almost anything and everything else. So here's the thing, we're shooting this video that you're seeing now on your screen at whatever time on the 5th of April 2024. And on the 5th of April, if I was to choose a winner between these two just in terms of safety, this is obviously the one I'd pick. Not because of a better NCAP result. In fact, both of these have not been tested by Global NCAP or Bharat NCAP just yet, but because of the fact that this has ADAS. And as I've always said, and I'm going to keep saying this to hammer it into everybody's head, ADAS saves lives. I should put this on a t-shirt. Also, if I were to wager, I would say that these, when tested, would be 5-star products.
That is because the Grand Vitara was actually designed by Toyota, and we were told that safety was a big factor. And for the Creta, it's because it has received the updated body shell as compared to the pre-facelift cars, and the engineers were pretty sure it was 5-star capable like the Verna. But I will wait and I will watch, and we shall talk about it again when that test happens.
Let's go. It's become just such a great package overall. I mean, it just does everything well to the point where you will not complain. Is it as tight and taut as, say, its European, particularly German and Czech rivals? No. But is it as boaty and as floaty as the Hyundais of the past ever were? Hell no. It's so much more composed. It's so nice to drive. Dare I say, it's actually fun. And the fun is, of course, added by the fact that 1.5-litre engine puts out 160 horsepower. I mean, can you imagine? The Koreans teaching the game of performance to all its rivals. This is the most powerful car, along with, of course, its sister, the Seltos, the most powerful car in the category. You know, they say some things are jacks of all trades and masters of none. This car is a master of all trades. It really is. I genuinely have no complaints about it. And as a bonus, the ADAS stuff, it just works. I mean, sometimes, as much as I like driving, I put the cruise control on, put the lane keep assist on, and just chill and relax. Of course, I'm attentive, but the Creta just has everything working like it should. And that's something these brands don't get wrong, both of them.
But what a mistake to think I'm the same as people before me.
You know, I just realized it's a bit of a coincidence that both the cars that we're comparing against today, both of them have twin sisters of sorts. Something to think about. Anyways, coming to the Grand Vitara, let's talk about something that's a big positive in this car, the comfort level. Suspension setup is makhan.
Okay, come through, don't flow, canoe.
It's unreal. It's the best suspension setup in this segment. It handles as well as the Germans. It is much more comfortable than the Creta. Honestly, whoever has done this setup at the R&D department of Maruti and of Toyota needs to be given a massive box of mithai from my side. Okay? But that chassis is underutilized. It's underutilized because it's just not powerful enough on the go. I mean, yes, fine, it feels very adequate in the city, and on the highway it sort of does its thing as long as the ground is flat. But otherwise, when you want a little extra power to just put that foot down and overtake somebody, it just doesn't have that. It's underutilized to the point of, say, using an IIT graduate to fill a pothole, or an Indian Air Force person to make paper rockets. That little bit of extra power would have, I think, gone a long way.
They choose, I won, they lose.
And talking about power, I think now would be the perfect time in this video to have a drag race. But again, as I said, a little twist, little limbo on it. But it's not going to be a 400-meter drag race or a quarter mile. It's not even 200 meters. It's not even going to be 50 meters. It's going to be just 10. Why? Because you and I want to get off the signal faster than the guy next to us. It's the boss heavy driver who makes chal drag race मार के दिखा रहा हूँ. चल. Horn क्यों मार रहे हैं यार? चल, वो मीम भी टेस्ट कर ही लेते.
But before we do, in case you are wondering how the Grand Vitara won the 10-meter drag race, it's because of that instant hybrid power. Any longer distance and the Creta would have smoked it.
Bring the north south, 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 bring the public enemy. Bring the north south, bring the north south, bring the north south, bring the public enemy. Bring the north south, bring the north south, bring the north south, bring the north south.
How? You see, PowerDrift, we always give you things that you didn't think you needed to know. But now you know which one is quieter and which one is louder. How?
Now, before we jump to a conclusion, there is an elephant in the room that we need to address.
Nahi yaar, not me. I'm talking about design. Listen, some people really like the way these two look, and some people really hate the way this design language is, and they make sure that everybody on the internet knows their opinion, which is fine. Between these two, I still think this currently looks nicer, but it looks nicer probably now. In the next 5 or 6 years, maybe this might age a little bit better. But again, as I said, design is a personal matter. So if somebody likes something and somebody doesn't, it is fine. I personally think between the two, currently I prefer the way the Creta looks.
At the end though, this is a close one. Both are trusted names, both are really competent packages, both give the best tech on offer. Grand Vitara rides beautifully, has future tech, is cheaper to buy and run. The Creta, at least in this segment, is possibly the most desirable badge of them all and comes overloaded with some pretty sick features. It feels better on the inside, has additional safety tech, and has almost 50% more horsepower.
You know, 6 months ago, a comparison test between these two then would have been a very different result, because probably I would have decided by coin toss. They were that close as rivals with positives and negatives. But with the update, the Hyundai has just edged ahead. And for that reason, the Creta is our winner. It's our choice. It's the one we would get if we were getting a car between these two. But if Cyrus Dabar, if I was getting a Creta, this isn't the variant that I would buy.
Hey, oh, hey, mándame cash, 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 bro, ash, ash. Mándame cash, the man I cashless, yeah. Below the dress, phobia backless, yeah.